Hey there YouTube, today you join me in my lunch hour at work, and this is concerning some comments that I've been exchanging with 19822 Andy in the section of one of Happy Cabby's recent videos, Happy Cabby's channel, just here. He's a funny guy who does awesome balloon animals, and the video in question over here, and what 19822 Andy says, I'm just going to refer to him as Andy from now on, was that the poorest people in the UK live longer than the richest people in the US because of the NHS. And I asked him, what's your source for these figures? I called shenanigans. I didn't believe that he had a source for these figures. It just doesn't make any sense to me, and I wanted to know, because if it's true, that would be a great statistic to be able to pull out in an argument. If I wanted to debate with someone about my support for the NHS, it would be fantastic to be able to pull that out. So I wanted to have the figures, but I really didn't believe him, and I was probably right not to, because he then says that he heard it in a Michael Moore film and didn't have a source, and was I don't know, rather dismissive of it. Which got worse when I then asked him for what the source for that was, because to be quite honest, as I say in my comments, don't trust Michael Moore's use of statistics further than I can throw him, and throwed out stuff for me that I already agreed with. Like, I already said that I agreed Britain's life expectancy was higher than the US. That's a well-known and established statistic. He finally gave me an article, which you can find, I'll link it here, the Journal of American Medical Association from 2006, pages 2037 to 2045, and he said, please check your facts before calling bullshit on what I say. Pwned. Oh, this was very, very hurtful for me. So you know what I did? I actually went and found the paper. I looked it up online, it's available for free, you can print it off, you can read it online as a PDF. Fantastic, and believe it or not, I read it and checked my facts, and so I said, check your facts, okay, stand by. His response to that was, I cited the source that Michael Moore used in his documentary, just be more careful while calling bullshit on someone's statement unless you want that source slammed up your ass. That's the last thing I want to say on the matter. Till you can produce something that contradicts it, then I will call bullshit on what you say from now on. Feel free to call bullshit on your own source. Andy, I've read this. It doesn't have anything on life expectancy in here. It's a study of comparative health between white, non-Hispanic males over the ages of 55 to 65, I think. I'll just have to check to make sure that's right. But older gentlemen from one specific ethnic group, controlling for various measures, recording various things to give a comparative statement of health between the United States and England. It's titled Disease and Disadvantage in the United States and in England. 55 to 64 years old from both countries using 2002 data. And it just so happens that it does have a very nice graph showing income and various health stats. It doesn't say anything about life expectancy, which was the topic I was interested in, but let's see. It has them, and I've highlighted them as you can see. Low, medium and high income for the United States and America. And if you look on the bottom, there's income, percentage distribution, and the health. Little things, you've got diabetes, hypertension, all heart disease, myocardial infarction, which is heart attacks, strokes, lung disease, and cancer. So in England, in the low category, he's quite right that here people are healthier than their American counterparts. Look, I can see quite clearly there, diabetes 7.3% in the low income, and hypertension 36.7% for England, whereas in America 8.2, 37.1, so higher in America. Much more of us. They must have a lower life expectancy. Except, oh wait, look at all the other stats. People in England, with a low medium income, all heart disease, 13.7%, compared to 12% in high income in America. Myocardial infarctions, twice as likely to die of a heart attack than the United States. Twice as likely to get a stroke, 3.6 to 1.5 for the stroke, 6.5 to 3.2 for the infarction. Lung disease, 8.1 to 4.1. 8.1 for the poor people in the United Kingdom, 4.1 for the poor people in the United States. Cancer, 5.9 to 9.3, and then it does mention later on that this is possibly due that there is much greater screening in America. It's much more common for people to go for a screening in America to get checked, which is why American comedians can do jokes about prostates and fingers up their arse, because apparently everyone does it. I've yet to meet anyone, really, who talks about it in the UK the way American comedians do. That's a side point. It doesn't say anything that supports your case, Andy. It in fact supports the position I held, which was, let me find my exact words and I'll link to the comments. I screen capped them, they'll be here. I call shenanigans because the poorest in the UK tend to die quite a bit younger than the average, or even the moderately poor, mostly due to bad diet. I highly doubt they live longer than the richest in the US. I already agree Britain's average life expectancy is higher than the US, as it is many other countries poorer than the US with a national healthcare system, nationwide immunisation, mass health campaigns, generally and then I do point out that comparing the poorest and the richest, poorest in the UK, richest in the US, isn't a valid comparison. It's silly to compare unlike to unlike. So Andy, on your channel you say you were saved by science. You really should try applying it a bit more in your average life. Instead of taking on faith what someone told you, a statistic you heard in a film, you should have checked your facts like you told me to. That there is pwnage. That's self-pwnage, Andy. Well done. Really well done. I mean, I was just sceptical of your figures. I just wanted a source. If you'd given them to me, and if I'd been wrong, I'd have gone, fantastic, I'm wrong, I've got a source that supports my position now. But no, I'm calling you out on your bullshit, Andy. Do you have a defence for this? I really hope so, because I'd like to see it. Thanks very much, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed my first pwnage video. Bye.